Ooh.
Joshie from a J.
Hey, it's Sunday. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Clan Fett. We see everyone popping in. What's going on, everybody? Another beautiful Sunday for me on this end. We got a nail in the tire, so we got that getting worked on right now. We're gonna go pick that up afterwards, and then we got some insane yard work to do. So your boy is going jungle mode after this. So we're gonna talk some Star Wars today. But John, how we doing on this fine Sunday morning?
We're doing good, man. Woke up today. We're here with everybody, here with the channel. Just another day talking Star Wars, dog. So happy to do it.
Ah, yes. What better than talking Star Wars? I mean, honestly, it's great. It's been a good time. I feel like we're in a really ripe area of Star Wars. Just had the Ninth Jedi come out. We just had Ahsoka season 2 teaser trailer, the first official one, and then we also had a Starfighter little leak trailer, I could say, a little first look. So we're eating good. 2027 is going to be a big year. So this is a good time, right? Great time.
Absolutely. Always.
Man, so looks like we got plenty of folks in the chat. We got Skywalker and Ryan, of course. Happy Sunday, everyone. Is what it is. My kombucha brother. Hopefully you love that kombucha, bro. Good ups. Got Brandon Baker in the building. Big
What's
dog
up, big
John.
dog? Yup.
Love it.
Unbelievable.
Haja in the building. Grand Admiral Holly, what's going on? Mrs. Thrawn herself. Bro, come on. You can't call us goats when you are the goat. Yeah, for real. If you guys, like, in a couple months from now, if you look up Cam on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, wherever, and you can't find him, it's probably because he's changed his name to Limitless Goat, because I know he's going to do a rebrand at some point. So that's how you'll find him.
If you ever go to the casino, look for the High Rollers table. You'll find him there.
Yep. He'll literally be sitting there like Lando when he's playing Sabacc. Same. It's literally the same thing. So nerd in the building. What is going on? Popping in before I go see Obi-Wan fight some dinosaurs.
Hey, that movie I heard was actually really good.
Dude, right? Dude, they might get the fans liking J.J. Abrams again. I heard the film is actually excellent. Heard it's really good.
Shout out.
Beautiful. Mr. Dale Skywalker in the building. What's good? What's good? Zan Starkiller. Mr. Mando in the building. We got Ian Woods in the building. Who else? Oh my God, we have the Boba Fett in the building. What is going on?
Who is that, bro?
Shout out. The Delphi Rangers in the building. Oh, goodness gracious. Brandon, John, Brandon, Ihaja, Holly, Mando, Star Wars Nerd, Ellen, Zan. Yeah, there's a lot. My son had a good review of the movie on. Oh, hey, send it to us.
Yeah,
DM it
absolutely,
to the
dude.
Clan Fett Instagram. We'll shout it out. Greetings to fellow recipients of the latest transmission from the Filoni Future Forecast Department. What's good? Mumbo Jimbo in the building. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Boba, I hear stories about you. I know. I've heard crazy things about him as well.
Doc, hopefully they're all good.
The CJH Entertainment Plus just subbed. Well, hey, we appreciate you. Thanks for joining in. Hopefully you stick around for the entire show. Usually we go about an hour every single Sunday, live 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. We talk all things Star Wars. We got the news and the leaks aspect, and of course we'll go over some stuff. So glad to have you first and foremost. But yeah, so today, do we want to start a little bit with Mr. Dave Filoni, or should we start off with some Mr. Pellaeon? Which would you like to start with, John?
Oh, my heart says Pellaeon because that's my dog, but I think we start off with Papa Filoni just to get the ball rolling.
Perfect. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. And of course, with all news and reports coming from at Star Wars News on Instagram, Twitter, all the socials. Good friend of the channel here. We used to show off a little bit of Star Wars Holocron, but we've kind of shifted to one of our guys now. We got a good personal connection with Star Wars News, so we'll be showing his tweets from here and now on. So
Hmm.
yeah, right here we got Dave Filoni has revealed his strategy for the future of the Star Wars franchise. So when you hear that at first, you're like, oh shit, what's this gonna mean? Um, but yeah, with all the great news coming out, real quick, we have several different generations of Star Wars fans, right? There's original trilogy fans, prequel fans, sequel fans, Clone Wars fans, expanded universe fans. They all have different interests. And I always look at how we're going to serve all of these different interests. And most importantly, how do we bring them all together because they have this common love for Star Wars? And that's coming from the Disney World Builders panel at Disney D23. So, John, what do you take from that right off rip? What do you take from that?
Well, he's not wrong, and that's the big thing. Is like, and I was just had the honor of being on Limitless Goats channel, and this is one of the things that we had talked about, and it's like every set of movies, sequels, animation, books, they all have their set of fans, and it's like everything they're continue to produce is gonna create its own generation. We talked about this when Maul Shadowlord dropped. It was like Maul Shadowlord it's gonna have its own fan base, like Revenge of the Sith did when I was growing up. Like these kids that are just getting into Star Wars are blessed with this incredible show. Like they're gonna grow up being like, dude, Maul Shadowlord was sick, and that's gonna it's just gonna continue. So how do you rein everyone in together? And I think that's what Dave Filoni and crew is really trying to accomplish. But like continuing to have different projects, it's only gonna continue to hit different parts of the fan base. And I think that's one thing where they have to take into consideration because of how fractured, quote unquote, this fan base can be at times.
Yes, absolutely. I do think those are all very, very valid points. But I think the thing that I really take from it too is that, Dave is wanting to hit all of the areas of Star Wars. I think Nerd actually has a really good point. Star Wars is made for everyone, but not every Star Wars project is for everyone, which, hey,
Hmm.
that's valid. Like I would much rather you tell me that you don't like Attack of the Clones because of X, Y, and Z rather than to be like, oh, it was so bad. Like Anakin not liking sand. That's just ridiculous. Like I'd rather hear the fair criticisms rather than just the hate pile on it. And that's perfectly fine too. But I think
Yeah.
with Dave Filoni at the helm, I mean, I feel like a lot of people do like Dave Filoni, but then there's a certain crowd that is just nah, like I'm good with Dave Filoni. I don't need 20 seasons of Ahsoka. I already know Ahsoka has some plot armor. She's never gonna die. There's fans that are like that. But I look at Dave as like, this is the next coming of George Lucas. So I think
Hmm.
he has a great mindset. I think he has a good stake on what is to come with the company, and every single thing animated is just rocked. I mean, no matter what, no matter how it looks, but it's all just really, really good storytelling. So I'm always going to be here for it. And the other thing too is, trying to bring all these fans together. And I think their first goal was to do that with the Mandalorian. The Mandalorian, it's 7 to 9 years right after the original trilogy, which that's probably the safest space in all of Star Wars is the original trilogy. Three fantastic movies. None of them are too controversial just because they're the first three. Um, and then you get aspects of that into the Mandalorian. So then going forward, they have certain connections back to the prequel trilogy. And then, of course, they're all leading it up to the sequel trilogy. So I think the Mandalorian, of course, being that center point, does really good things for the fandom. But I do think what Dave's trying to do here is just absolutely beautiful. Just trying to meet in the middle with everyone. So I
Yeah.
like that.
Another thing we've been talking about is like at some point we're going to be done with this timeline. We're going to be done with these characters. Like at some point it has to end. So it's like I'm gonna be here for it for like as much as they put out because I enjoy it. And at some point, we're not gonna have Ahsoka. I'm not gonna be able to see Hayden. I'm not gonna be able to see these different people that are going through it. So that's what I'm kind of ready for. So it's like with Starfighter, we talk about it, and it's like they're in new territory. Like, what are we gonna do with this? I'm excited for it. There's a lot of hype behind it, so it's just I think it's we have a lot of time to there's a lot of Star Wars to come out. So it's like
Yeah.
would best thing we can do is sit here and be like, all right, what do we got on the docket,
Yep. And yeah, I'm perfectly fine with that. I mean, who could ever want to hate on that? Um,
Yeah,
Shout out to Delphi here with 440 joules. Unk alert. Oh my goodness. Let's
Uncle
go.
alert. Oh,
Let's go. We appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Um, so yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things where it's just like, hey man, we got to lock in, and Dave Filoni at the helm. We're here for it. I
you
feel
want
like
to
we
put up
got
Angie's question real quick too when we have a second because she was asking us about Pellaeon is the goat of the remnant. That's Theron's boy, dog.
that's the one right there. Hey, on your screen, John, are you able to pull up the comments? If you click on it, can you do it?
I I think so. She was asking, and we've hit on this before, um,
Perfect. Good
but
deal.
do you both think Keanu Reeves would play a great Darth Revan? And if you watch Maul Shadowlord, do you think that the Pink Twi'lek Devin will become Darth Talon? Um, and we have both agreed. Yep, we've both agreed that Darth Revan would be that dog. We're big supporters of that old Republic life. Um, and he's just one of those characters where any role he plays, I really think he would kill it. And with Devin, I don't think she's going to be Darth Talon, quote unquote, but she will be that heir apprentice to Maul for a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the thing too, is like Devin. I feel like Devin's character is it's too great to be more so a carbon copy of Darth Talon. I think there's inspiration behind it, but Devin Izara's character in Maul Shadowlord season 1 was almost too perfect for it to take the shape of Darth Talon. Plus, it's two completely different timelines. So,
Yeah,
but that could also just be bias from us meeting Gideon Ablon herself. So,
homies. Yeah,
we just spectacular. But yeah, cool. I'm glad you can bring the comments up too, because that way, in case I miss anything, because my ADAD or my ADD is just like, oh, what's going on here? But here's another good one from Angie. Shout out. I've heard that Abeloth might be coming to Ahsoka season 2, and Natalie Portman might be returning as Padme, and Abeloth will take Padme's form to deceive Anakin. That would
Padme.
be diabolical. I don't even know how I'd feel.
I think my where when we if we're gonna talk about that real quick, where I want to see it is either a flashback of Hayden and Natalie, like somewhere like in the temple or in the you know not maybe not the temple because that wouldn't really be a proper fit, but in the chambers where the council chambers where they have their meetings. I forget what the Senate building, something like that, or in their in their apartment, or even in the world between worlds, where if it's like Anakin finally getting to see Natalie again after, or Padme after being Darth Vader, he finally has that like recollection of like I get to see you again, but I have to let you go because I'm here, doing my part as the father. Yeah, big. I don't know. And so
Mm. Yeah, dude. I don't know. That's gonna hurt some heartstrings. I mean, how do I watch that and not feel some type of way? I I guess we could shut it down, but also Hayden is very good. He could be a very good liar, because he's just recently in some interviews, he's just like, like I would love to work with Natalie again, Sam Jackson, Ewan, so it's just like, maybe he really does mean it, or it's happened and they filmed it and he's lying. So who knows? Who knows?
yeah. I mean, getting
Um
a flashback to Mace saying he's not a master would be crazy. Like,
he's like,
I
what'd you
hate
say,
you.
Chloe?
I still hate you for this.
He's like, you're the reason why this all happened. Like you were the last nail in the coffin. Um, Dale here, stop the grifters, put them in their place. This is the way to bring peace and balance to the universe. I know, but hey, we went in it's kind of like they say, if they hate on you, that's because you're doing something right. It's just one of those things where people just are miserable online and they just hash it out in comment sections or videos, and there's nothing good that comes from it. So just we let them be over there and we chill over here and love and talk Star Wars. That's what we do.
If you got 5 haters, you need 10 by tomorrow. So
Yeah,
that's just where I'm at with that, you know.
you better get more. You
I don't
got to
even
get
give them the
more.
time of day. Yeah.
I mean, every Star Wars generation is always going to look Star Wars very differently, and not every opinion is going to be the same, obviously. But for me, I enjoy Star Wars in general. Yep.
Yeah.
Good spot. Good spot. Cool. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on to Mr. Pellaeon. Right here, dude. I also had a connection. I had no idea that this was the Xander Berkeley that is playing Pellaeon, because me, as a huge Walking Dead fan, he's one of the biggest pieces of shit in The Walking Dead.
I didn't know that. I don't watch The Walking Dead. That's hilarious.
My God. Gregory is his name. He plays Gregory, and he's at the, I can't remember the name of the little sanctuary that he protects, but oh my God, he sucked. And yeah, Gregory. Yep, he sucked. But really good actor. Like, that's one of the things too, is like, if you play a shitty character in a show, it's either one because you're just like an absolute asshole in real life, or you're just that good of an actor. And everything points that Xander Berkeley is just a great human being. So him being Pellaeon is just literally the icing on top. So
Yeah.
love it.
I mean, it's like some of those actors, they play him so well, they get hate for playing him so well. It's like, I don't watch Game of Thrones, but like the Joffrey character, I guess, like he's
Oh
like
yeah,
done with
yeah.
acting because of like the flack that he got. So it's like,
Ugh.
you know, people see a science fiction like production and they're like, I hate that guy. It's like, well, that guy's not real, but yeah, I get it. You know, like it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But look how good my boy Pellaeon looks right here in that uniform, dude. Thrawn's gonna be so happy to see him like clean pressed.
Hey, I
He's gonna be
need
like,
a
clean suit. Oof.
yes. Oh my God. He's like, well, Grand Admiral, you look quite splendid today. And he's just like, you too, Mr. General Pellaeon. That'd be amazing. I love it. I need a Pellaeon Funko Pop. I hope he gets just a strong enough role in this season to where we get a Funko Pop, because I need it. Pellaeon, the guy. But also, I didn't know Xander Berkeley could clean up so well. I mean, look at him. He looks good. So I'm super excited for this. I
It's
love it.
crazy what an Imperial uniform does for you.
Yeah, that's all it takes, bro. That's literally all it
Like,
takes.
damn
Sometimes
good.
you just need to be dripped out a just kind of like Holly. I bet Holly
Yep.
on the outside, like if we were to go out to dinner, I bet she could clean up real nice. But I don't think anything can beat the Grand Admiral outfit. You know what I'm saying? That's just it's about the drip. You got to have the sauce. I don't know.
She also got that commission done, which was like insane with the Star Destroyer with the Chimera in the background.
Oh
It
yeah.
was really cool, dude.
Yeah. Shout out, man. Just absolutely stunning. Alexander Wilson has a good comment right here that I cannot go past. Star Wars future needs to be movies that are released in theaters. I agree. Now,
Mhm.
I do think that I think movies need to be the focus. And right now we have up to 5, potentially could be 6 movies that we could get. If they end up doing The Hunt for Ben Solo, that could be 7. So I think that's a good look. But if they do live action series, Ahsoka, if they do, another Obi-Wan Kenobi, if they do that, cool. I think they need to be really selective with what they do for live action. But animation seems to be the full go now. So more animation, more greatness. More Maul Shadow Lord. Yes, we're getting that. If we get a Hidden Path series, that would be amazing. If we got more Tales of, plus it's cheaper, easier, and it can get done a lot quicker. So I do agree with this, Alexander. This is a really good one. So yes, valid. We got Melissa in the building. Brandon and John,
What's
how are
going
you,
on?
Pellaeon is bound to be in Ahsoka season 2. Yes, absolutely. Good to see you here as well. Hopefully everything is going good with you in the
Mhm.
real world. Hopefully everything is going good. Phantom Menace, Dennis, goodness. We're going to have a lot of jewels by the end of this, bro. Come on. High five. Big high five. Appreciate you,
Treasure versus
Phantom
treasure.
Menace. Can't stay but wanted to pop in and say hi. Yep. Hey, we'll see you on the replay as well, man. Appreciate it. Ooh, they're doing commissions if you're interested, John.
I got scat darts breathing down my neck. I got to go to him first, real quick.
uh, um, yes, yeah, dude. I know. That's what I'm saying. When I saw this yesterday, I was like, okay, so the guy holding the mug, that looks like Gregory from The Walking Dead. I'm like, nah, 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 nah. So then I Googled, I was like, who plays Captain Pellaeon in season 3 Mandalorian? And then I was like, oh my God, that is Xander Berkeley, but he usually has the goatee, but Pellaeon just has the stash. So it's really hard to miss it. So yeah, really, really cool. Really cool.
I just
But
love when
yeah,
they look like so or not comic accurate, but like lore accurate. Like I know Thrawn is like his face isn't as skinny. It's the actor. They didn't want to CGI it. I love it. But like Pellaeon looks exactly like Pellaeon. Like, and that's like when they do those characters like that. I love it. It's like when they use the same voice actor. Like I love that Thrawn is the same voice actor from Rebels. Like I love when they bring Bo-Katan back because she looks like the character. It's like just little things like that.
mm, so good. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I'm glad all the Walking Dead people are. Yep. Hillside. That's right. It's the Hillside. Yep. Hilltop. No, it's Hilltop, not Hillside. It's Hilltop. Hilltop. That's what it is. Yeah. Watch Walking Dead, everybody. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. Appreciate you, Mumbo Jimbo, my guy. Um,
A
but
dope
yeah, we
profile
need
picture.
sick too. Hey, guest rips in the building. What's good? What is good, man? We actually got to meet him at Rebel ScumCon, and I was just like, "What? That's crazy!"
Oh,
So
one of the
cool.
homies.
One of the big homies, but but yeah, hopefully everyone's having a good day. Thanks for joining as well. Um, yeah, let us know, guys. There's also a poll too. Did you hit the like button? Hit like, everybody. Hit the like button. What we got?
We gotta pull it.
Please.
That's funny, Doug.
Phantom Menace Dennis with the high five. Appreciate you, big dog. Appreciate you. Um where we got? Okay, I lost track here. There we go. So yeah, we got Pellaeon news right there. Here, I want to pull up this one as well because I think this is a really good spot. I know in the thumbnail we do have a little bit of we got Sean Levy's beautiful smile. That dude, love him to death, but he just has that face when he smiles, it can light up a room. I mean, Sean Levy's the guy. I mean, come on. So, hey, my boy Jacob in the building. What's good,
What's
my
going
guy?
on, dog?
We need to figure out a way to get to Kansas City Comic-Con because Jacob's been. I haven't, but one of the first times we went live, we had Jacob on. Oh, that might have been like 2 years ago. And he had an entire slideshow that we were able to show on the channel. And like so many people were just like, bro, like Kansas City Comic-Con, huh? Like, like, yeah, they get down, bro.
Huh?
So love it. But yeah, appreciate you being here, bro. But yeah, with right here, Star Wars Starfighter, Jonathan Tropper, has called the film a simpler movie in comparison to the other Star Wars movies. This isn't a Skywalker saga movie. We're not dealing with the history of the rebellion, the First Order, the Resistance, or the Empire. We're kind of all beyond that. What like yes, I
Yes.
definitely
Yes.
agree with the big ups, but John, what do you take from that? Like what do you like the most about that?
I think it's one thing I like the most is kind of what I've been preaching and hoping for is that we're not getting Rebellion versus Empire again. It's like that's been, if we're looking at prequels, it's, Separatists and Republic, Old Republic, as Jedi versus Sith. We've always had this like thing going back, but we've had so much Rebellion versus Empire, whether that's, with the original trilogy, whether that's with some projects that we've gotten with the New Republic fighting the First Order, and then now the Imperial Remnant. So it's like with us being removed from that down the timeline, I want to see that external threat. Like it could be, like whether who's taking over Hut space or like who's taking
Yeah.
over like, different just different external threats that are coming in that I would like to see, whether it's like the Chiss or the Grisk, even pulling from extended to really add to that, like I want to see that, but it also kind of sounds like we're just getting almost like the Mando movie esque, where it's like we're getting a Star Wars story. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where it's like there's going to be things that happen that pertain to lore and moving forward, what's going to set a precedent. But it's like we're probably going to see like a dope space battle. We're probably going to see some lightsaber. Like it's going to be a Star Wars story.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited for it too, and it's just like people are calling the Mando and Grogu film fun, which it was a blast. Like seeing that in
Mhm.
theaters, going with my bros, like it was just an experience in itself. One thing that I took from it was like halfway through the movies, I'm just like, huh, like, it's I feel like us as Star Wars fans, we took so much time being like, oh my God, who's gonna show up? Is Lord Janu, like, who is he? Is he actually like Palpatine's right hand man? Like we had no
Imperial Remnant
idea,
guy. Yeah,
literally, but that it was just such a relaxed movie with high stakes at certain points, and it was chill. It was a good movie. Like I can't wait until September 2nd when it comes to streaming and I can hit it on the 4K TV with the sound bar full blast. Like that's going to be a vibe. So also listening to Shikari on the sound bar, like let's go. That's going to be like we're going to be like dancing mid movie. So
yeah.
yeah, then that's what I want. Like that's what I take from Starfighter. I mean, you can look at Aaron Pierre, Amy Adams, Ryan Gosling, Mia Goth, Matt Smith. I mean, it's star-studded, literally. And same with Mando and Grogu. I mean, we had Sigourney Weaver, we had Pedro Pascal with the helmet off. They actually
Yep.
spent, what was it, like 10 to 12 minutes of screen time with Pedro Pascal and his mask off, or the helmet
Mhm.
off. So I mean, it's star-studded as well. So that alone is you can make that comparison, but I I feel I feel very different with Starfighter. I feel like the stakes are going to be so much higher. I feel like there's going to be a lot going on, and I don't know. Haja brings up the jacket.
Yeah.
The jacket when they showed that, I was like, "Oh my god, that is heat!" Who did not think of that design? It's been out since 77. Like, how do we not have that design made already? Like upside down Rebel Alliance symbol, and then it looks like skull and crossbones. Like it's amazing.
I have an old jacket from working at retail. That was my management jacket for the coolers and freezers. So it's like kind of like a almost like a bomber jacket, and it's all dark blue. And I'm gonna put that sign on the back. I need to get some white,
Ah,
like white acrylic paint or whatever it is, but I need to figure out what the bottom is, if it's like actually a blaster or that's the question everyone's been asking lately is like, what the heck is at the bottom of the symbol, because the symbol, you just flip it. That's cool. I can do splotches of paint to make that, but it's like, I don't know
yeah.
what it is. So, and that's what I would love to figure out before I commit to that. But it's so rad, dude.
It looks like um it looks like either an X-wing, but I don't know why it would show an X-wing, but then it looks like two blaster rifles. So
Yeah, that's
I
kind
don't
of what I
know.
was thinking to begin with, was like two DC-15s or that's, but they're like too short. I don't know.
I'm gonna pull it up. It is pretty gnarly though. I'm gonna need it. Like if they make shirts right away, getting it. If they make a jacket, getting it. So I like no matter what, I'm getting it. But I'm gonna need it sooner rather than later. Ooh, looks like the
Melissa
pic.
was she was asking about a tattoo, but I wanted to bring up what my commission was. But after real quick, I wanted to look at what SPC was saying.
Yeah, go ahead, bring it
After they
up.
beat Thrawn, it's time to move on from this galaxy. Give us new characters, worlds, threats. No more legacy characters and worlds. And I think one thing with Starfighter is we will get dispensable characters, almost
Yeah,
like with the Solo movie and things like that. It's like we're going to be meeting characters, and it's like, hey, these characters could die. Like it's not like we're meeting, Boba Fett or Luke or characters that we kind of have an idea of where their story goes. But it's like, the characters that we might meet in this movie, it could be wraps for them, 15,
yeah,
20, 30 minutes in.
yes, yeah. I agree, and that's the thing. Just like they said, like once Thrawn's done, because we know Thrawn's gonna die or something, like or be imprisoned. I uh I think they do need to move on. It's cool. I love in Ahsoka season 2 that we're getting more Anakin. Who would have ever thought that we'd get more Anakin ever? When we were kids, we are like, oh my god, Anakin's the best thing ever. And then he comes back 20 years later, and it's just holy matrimony, and it makes sense. It's amazing, but you don't want to do too much. And that's something as us
Yeah.
fans, we're like, we want Anakin, but there you don't oversaturate it. Let it be organic and make sense. So I'm cool with that.
And then this was for Melissa. Melissa, I'm working on a commission right now for a shoulder piece, I think. But I don't know if you can see it. You're not gonna be able to. It's all right. It's a Vader piece. But yes, some of us are working on that stuff. It's okay.
Here,
I don't know if it'll
pull it.
I don't know if it'll work. Oh, there we go. It's not gonna focus in. But anyways, I got Vader at the top. I got Tatooine, the Temple on fire, Endor with the disc array, Vader's mask, Death Star 2, Lambda shuttle. It's a lot going on. Anyways, um, but yeah. So other than that, it's like that that logo, dude, is gonna be sweet on a jacket.
Mm,
That I'm
yeah,
gonna be me and everyone else. The celebration is gonna be rocking around with, walking around with.
yeah. Must have it. Goodness gracious. Can I click right? Can I no? Maybe. There we go. Yeah,
I
dude,
got
I'm
it.
gonna need that. Oh, Ron, I wonder if Ron knows anything about tattoos. Maybe. I don't know.
Little
We'll
bit.
see.
Him and Ian Woods, bro, they are tatted up to the bone.
I know I want more tats, like, but I'm just like,
Yep.
damn, it costs money. Are you kidding me? Damn it. But it's all good. Andrew Coatsworth, what's going on? I don't think we've seen you here before, but if not, welcome. Thanks for joining. We
Happy to
need
have you,
Old
big dog.
Republic. We need Old Republic. And I'm down with it. The only thing that I'm worried about is it's not exactly what Old Republic fans love and want and need. And then we get some flack and we get that issue and then it's ruined and then it's Disney's fault again. You know, that's my only thing with an Old Republic, but I want it. I
Yeah.
want Old Republic. I would love to be introduced into a new timeline. But Nimbly Saucepan. Look at this.
Member for
Member
a
for 1
month,
month.
dog.
Member
Two
for 1
pans,
month.
dog. That's what he's
Let's
gonna put
go.
under the rebel symbol. Two
For real.
saucepans.
2 pans. 2 pans. Haven't been active much. Mega busy. Love you though. Hey man, we love you too.
Yeah,
And
appreciate you,
that's
dog.
perfectly fine. That is perfectly fine. Don't
You
even
live
trip.
life, man. We'll be here regardless.
Yes, that's right. What we got? Oh my god. Speaking of some expanded
Have
universe people, here's JT Lovecraft, Mr. Starkiller himself.
yarp.
Beautiful. Yarp. Tattoos. Tattoos are yucky, especially Ron. Like Ron's just like, I don't think that guy would ever get a tattoo. You guys can run through Star Wars Celebration wearing this Starfighter jacket like the One Way Out crew. Dude, gotta start that. That would be so sick.
I'm
Gotta
gonna be
start
like,
that.
you'll never find another person like me wearing that jacket, and then you're gonna see everybody wearing that jacket.
Literally. It's so fire. I absolutely love it. Such a good look. But yeah, I'm gonna need a jacket of some sort. I mean, it's gonna look sick, bro. I'm glad I got that picture actually pulled up because that was really good. Um, what was the
Andrew's
other one?
comment real quick as well. Hold up. That one too. Sarah, new member. Love that.
Hey,
That
let's
that
go.
that was coming up next.
Let's go. Thank you for joining. We appreciate you so much.
But yeah, this would be insane, dude. Just like I mean, we see it in some of those
Hell thing would be
episodes
great.
where it's like when Dooku sends him to Dathomir to, kill the witches and the Great Mother and all that good stuff. But like a a Grievous Conqueror movie would be, I mean, if that would be like the horror movie, they could play it off some of those Clone Wars episodes that we get, where even the '03 animation where if they're gonna combine those things. But like, ooh,
Mm.
you know,
Are we ready for that? I mean, I am.
I am. Yeah, so
That's a lot of heat to take in, man. One thing that would be so sick is seeing the start of Grievous and actually seeing Dooku and the Separatists take down Grievous on purpose to essentially get him to hate the Jedi. Like we have to see that. Um, and I don't know, man. Lucasfilm, it's the Tales of series could be the most important thing to streaming. It very well could be. I mean, Tales of the
mhm,
Jedi was amazing. Tales of the Empire coming after Tales of the Jedi was different, but it was so good in its own sense. And then Tales of the Underworld, we get to see Cad Bane and why he's the way he is. He was just a little shithead kid and then grew up to be even worse, like terrible, like, and it's crazy. So seeing everyone's background is amazing. But yeah, Cad Bane.
yeah. But
Colby,
I
are
mean,
you kidding me? Colby, you can't be
and he's
like that.
back. I'm sorry, not Cad Bane. I was thinking Cobb Vanth. But
The
seeing
other
the
goat.
yeah, handsome goat. Seeing Grievous like complete or really start to build up his lightsaber collection, like where he got all of his lightsabers from, and the first Jedi he started to hunt down and like go after. I mean, that's the like I asked for a Vader series. It's like you might as well just give me a Grievous series of him being like a little spider crawling around, throwing people with his metal arms, and just like Doc Ocking people.
Dude, yeah, sign me up, bro. I'm always down with that. Like I need that. Um well, thanks for the idea. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
I know, man.
We need to get the CF on the back on the or either varsity or bomber jackets. I think bomber jackets would be sick. We'll have to check the shop and see what they can make. That'd be sick. Um yeah, people want to get away from the Skywalker saga, but also want more from the Skywalker saga. How do you answer a multiple choice questions? All the above with all above options. Yeah, that is very true. It is very
I
true.
mean, I think that's where like we do a lot of like flashbacks and things like that, where it's
Yeah.
like, we can escape from that point, but then we can always come back to flashbacks or lore drops. And they do that all the time now, whether it's like showing going from having survivors from Order 66 basically. So over the
Yeah.
last 15 years, we get all these different scenes of survivors from Order 66. And it's like, okay, like if they want to make that plot point for somebody, they're gonna throw it in there somehow. I'm like, hopefully they explain it to that extent.
Yeah. Yeah. We love it. Oh, I need it. I sorry, bro. I'm trying to keep it together this whole time. I'm just like, yes, bro. Like amazing. Like, JT, come on, bro. I'm trying to like run a show here.
How am I
Goodness.
supposed to chip with this going on?
Cadbury Cadbury Bane cream egg. Oh man. Hey, it's what do we got? 6 months, like 6 to 7 months away till Easter. Love me some Cadbury cream eggs, bro. Absolutely bomb.
Bless your heart, Doug.
They're so money. Need a Tales of Carson Tava. That would be pretty sweet. Get to show him back in the day as a young chap, a young lad. That'd be kind of cool. See his ranks in there. Um,
Same with
definitely.
bait. Sorry.
Same with who? Balin?
Yeah, but keep going on your thing. That's a
I was trying to my Star Wars theory brain keeps thinking like, oh, how could this mix in? So I'm thinking like I was thinking of time eras, and I was like, wait, did Carson Tava work with the Rebel Alliance? Did he work alongside Mr. Wedge and Luke Skywalker? I
mhm.
mean, that'd be kind of cool to see that all tie in.
I mean, to kind of have his own blue squadron. Like at
Yeah,
that point, you're not like they're not just giving young guns their own squadron at this time of the at this era.
yeah, and definitely. He's a seasoned veteran at this point. So
Hmm.
shout out Carson Tava and Adelphi. If you guys haven't followed Adelphi Rangers on Instagram, please do because they have some awesome shoots with the the Scarif troopers. Love me some of those troopers out on the sand at the beach that they went to. Really good photos. So go check that out on Instagram. Really loved it. I'm a clan foundling too. Just done it, but no message popped up yet. Haha. Okay, cool. Hey, of course, Haja. We appreciate you joining as well as always. Love it, man. Love to see it. Um, Nathan Troxel in the building. What's going on? Good supporter of the channel. What if we get a Tales of the Old Republic? Now, I think that's where you start
Hmm.
clean right there.
Yep.
Revan and Malik, maybe? Revan and Malik get two sides, or maybe those both coincide in their own little three
I mean,
episode, and then we get Bastila, maybe?
I was gonna say if we could get 9 episodes and go a three episode arc of like a Bastila and Satine type of thing, or then we get the Malgus turning, or gotta have Revan, so it's like whether that's his fall and then redemption arc, but it's like they could do it where they did it with Visions, where it's like, all right, we're gonna put this out and see what hits, and it's like whichever one of
Hmm.
these arcs really takes off, it's like, all right, we're gonna make that story the season, it's gonna get its own season one, and then we'll go from there. But it's like, I think it's especially if they were to do like an animated, I have such a higher hope for an animated version of it, and I think they would
Yeah.
do it very well, to be honest.
Yeah. Give it. I'm down. I think it would be really good, especially if they could stretch it into 9 episodes. That would be, Tales of the Old Republic. I mean, who is not going crazy? But that's the thing too with Star Wars right now. If you release too much heat, sometimes we're gonna be like, oh man, like the Mandalorian and Grogu, like, nah, I want Maul Shadow Lord season two. So that's why I think they dropped the Ahsoka trailer first, obviously, because January is much closer than May of 2027. But like, if they drop like Starfighter's first trailer, would that have like overshadowed Ahsoka? I mean, who knows? So
Like, what if the first step, like, we get a Tales of the Old Republic, and the first like 30 seconds is just Nihilus standing at this bridge, just consuming a planet with the Force? Like,
how did we get
dude,
here?
like in this economy, dog, I would go insane, brother. Like that would, so it's like, they have different things they could pull from lore where it's like if they just wanted to start out with like, yo, we're gonna cook for the first like straight off the bat, they have different things they could do. Like, they could bring in Vitiate and his two sons, and like, there's so many different things where it's like, okay, let's talk about some people, but you know, it's just like God, I'm thinking of him just standing there, just like, I'm gonna kill this planet, dog. It's like we're
Dude,
bringing this guy into lore.
a Death Star for what? We got
Yeah.
this guy. Yeah, that'd be nuts. Uh, guest strips right here. I agree. I'm open to a new story, but I'm all for continuing the greatness that already is. What scares me is him saying Starfighter is simpler. Yes, now that is valid because you hear simpler, and that's what we took from The Mandalorian and Grogu. And it was a fun movie. It was a good movie. I can't wait to watch it again and again because, once it's on streaming, it's a little easier to consume that content. But yeah, I mean, I get that because you think like, oh, they just want to make a nice, chill movie, zero stakes. There's nothing controversial about it. I could see where that kind of gets sketchy. But then again, I think that's what Star Wars fans need is something simpler, something with, you know, less risk taking, I guess. I mean, Andor took a lot of risks and hit. The Acolyte took a lot of risks and didn't really hit to some. So it just depends on where you're at in the timeline. It depends on who's the showrunner. It depends on who's backing it as much. Cause like there's some projects that Filoni is just like, yes, we're all
Mhm.
in here. And then there's some over here where it's just like, cool. Like, is Dave Filoni really into Taika Waititi's movie? Is he really into Donald Glover's Lando? So it's like, which one? So, yeah, I get what you're saying here. The word
You know,
simpler can become a very touchy word for Star Wars soon.
but I think I could also see him saying simpler in the aspect of like, hey, you're not gonna need to walk in knowing all of this stuff, like with Ahsoka season two. It's like I'm not
Sure.
gonna need you to go back and watch the Mortis arc. I'm not gonna need you to go back and know these different things that we're pulling. Like I have friends that were watching Ahsoka and they were like, what is going on? Or like I had a buddy who was like, how was Maul back? So it's like, okay, to me, that's like I know that, but like the average fan maybe doesn't know certain things about that. But it's like I'm hoping simpler is like, hey, you don't need to binge like prior stuff to know what's going on. Like you're gonna be able to walk in, we're gonna set up the precedent, and then that's gonna be where we're at.
Yeah, no, that's valid. When you said, like when my homie's like, how is Maul back? This is exactly how I can't bring it up. Damn it. Here. I'm just gonna share the screen. I
What did he
instantly
say?
I instantly thought of this right here. When he's hold on, let me right here. When he's like, how did he come back? It's like, all right, you ready for this? Listen. You listen right here. I've never seen Malcolm in the Middle, but I've seen this meme over and over. And it's just like he asks his dad a question or whatever, and he's just like, so how did this start? And then he's just like, are you ready to, endure all of this lore right now? So it's just like, yeah, how did Maul come back? And it's like, all right, listen,
Yeah,
I'm taking you to a different dimension right now, so you better sit down and listen. So, but
yeah.
yeah, I agree with you 100%. That's also another way of how I look at it because yeah, Ahsoka season 2 is like what? Clone Wars season 8, Rebels season 6. Like that's how it's kind
Mhm.
of looked at. So
Yeah.
yeah,
And
man.
then I wanted to hit Andrew's uh, real quick because
Yep.
I don't want to spoil too much. But in a sense, if you go play Star Wars Outlaws, this is kind of the plot line for that. So like, this would be the big thing where it's like they've kind of touched on it in a sense. It didn't probably get the feedback or reception that they were hoping for. But this does play into what you're thinking a little bit, just from my playthrough with the game. But
Beautiful.
yeah.
Yeah. What else we got?
Chat is cooking, dude. I'm trying to catch
we damn it. There's some key words that just stick out to me, and I saw Timothy Oliphant and was like, "Oh, it's pretty bad at keeping secrets. You should watch his July 30th interview on the Today." Oh, yeah. Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. He's also just mentioned over and over and over, like, "Hey, Dave, John, I'm over here," and also too when everyone got to go to the Mandalorian and Grogu like behind the scenes thing, and that one fan, I have no
Yep.
idea who they are, but if someone knows who the fan was, let me know. I want to follow them on Instagram, maybe get them on the show, just to show them appreciation. They're like, "Is Cobb Vanth okay?" And John's just like, "Yes, he's
Yeah.
okay," and it's like, yes, yes.
John's brain, his NDA brain is like, am I allowed to am I allowed to respond to this?
Oh my god, yeah, for real. So it's just like, come on, guys, like, ah, need him back, need him back, need him back. But I love it too. It's goodness.
That's funny,
Um,
dog.
well, let's move over to animation real quick. So in 2027, I would assume this time next year, after Starfighter came out in May, give it 2 months to let it kind of cook over the summer, be the next Star Wars movie. Now we're getting into Maul Shadowlord season 2. I think this
Yeah.
time next year we will be watching Maul Shadowlord. So right here it says Maul Shadowlord is the most streamed animated series on Disney Plus in 2026. So far, only Daredevil, Born Again, Wonder Man, and Percy Jackson had more minutes. So I don't know what were these 22 to 26 minute episodes, and we
Yeah.
got 8 of them.
Yeah. All bangers.
160 minutes. Yeah, I mean 160 minutes of nothing but smackers. So I love it. Cool. It doesn't surprise me in the least. So
I
I
mean,
like it.
and I don't take Rotten Tomatoes seriously to begin
Mm-mm.
with, but a 98% off Rotten Tomatoes is insane, bro. Like, and I don't know if that's just them caving from peer pressure because of all the like how everyone's reacting to it, but this show was insane, brother. Like every piece of it, every aspect of it, like the animation styles, the art styles that went into it, the music,
Mm.
the ending, just the setup for season 2, just like wow, that dude is perfect.
It's so good. Yeah, Zan Starkiller. I watched the final episode of the season many times. It's so good. Uh, the Another thing too is there it's like Moss Shadowlord, like going where we're going next is very open. We have no idea like what's next. Are we gonna have a little time jump? In my opinion, I think where it starts is it needs to show Devin and Maul training right off the bat. Like it needs to show them dueling or going through the ringer, going through something. Like I need to see Devin full on, in training mode. I think that would just be excellent. Ron, thanks for joining, brother. We will see you on Wednesday
Yes,
as
sir,
all
brother.
Star Wars Jedi chat every Wednesday, guys. Go check out Ron. I know most of you here in the chat know exactly who Ron is, so um, check them out on Wednesdays. But yeah, I'm just so excited, bro. I'm so excited for Maul Shadowlord season 2.
Yeah, dude, I'm here for it. I would like Devin has been that character I've been really interested, like probably at the top of my list, to be honest, to see where we're going with her.
Yeah.
And then to get to meet her at Rebel Scum Con and like see that she's just a homie, and it was like that was the whole vibe. And it's like I'm very excited to see the future of that character.
Yeah. Yeah, I think good things are gonna happen. There are rumors that, maybe she dies because where is she in the future? Or,
Mhm.
is she the reason why Maul is stranded on, Malachor? I mean, who knows? I mean, that story is still left to tell. I mean, we're only a year after Order 66, so there's gonna be some really good things going on, and maybe, who knows? Like, with Crimson Dawn, maybe Devin joins them. Brandon Baker also brought up, funny enough, that, they got Crimson Dawn going down too. So there's a lot of that connection there. We got, Dryden Voss. Dryden Voss is
Mhm.
there. So there's going to be a lot going on. Well, according to SWM, it's Cody and Maul and a little Devin. Whoa, 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 whoa. What? What? Melissa, please enlighten me. What is, according to
He's
SWM, it's
like
Cody, Commander Cody?
he's like all my Mandalorians are dead. I gotta upgrade it.
I gotta get the goat clone. Are you kidding? Dude, I love how Maul's thinking if this is the case. Melissa, please type as fast as you can and tell me
De-
if you are
and then
talking about Commander Cody or not.
what if Devin as an ex-Jedi is like, "Oh, I know Cody. Like we've run into each other." And they're like, "What are you doing with Maul?" And it's like, "Oh, we're fighting the Empire." And Cody's sitting there like, "Oh, I want to fight the Empire." Like, I got some clones we
Ah,
can go free back on oh, what's the planet? Where in from Bad Batch.
Tantus?
Yes. They're like, "Bro, I got a planet that's got some homies."
Oh my dude. Okay, hold on. We can't start talking about Bad Batch because season 3 was just, oh my god. I mean, it's all good, but season 3 it was just, it's different. Damn it. Now I'm looking at pictures of Tantus. Also, too, with how well executed they showed Tantus in the Bad Batch, I was just like blown away. It was beautiful.
Mhm. Like the jungle scape built into the side of built into the mountain, like just cool, dude.
I'm gonna see if I can. Sometimes you can't pull up super HD quality um pictures of. Damn it, dude. Ah, okay. We'll just share the screen once again. Right here.
Cooking.
It's beautiful. Right here. Oh my god. Please remove Maul. I know. Okay. But it's just like, it's beautiful. It looks so good. I remember when
Yeah.
they showed like concept art, you're like, wait, Kashyyyk, because the trees. We're like, wait a
Mhm.
second. What is this? It's just beautiful. Love it. Love me some Tantus. Um,
Yeah, it'd
still
be
waiting to
vibing.
hear still waiting to hear back from Melissa. I need it now. Tell me. Um, what we got? They have already broken the seal on a
Ah!
Vader appearance in Maul. Next worthy opponent for season 2. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, you can't bring Vader in again, right? For Maul Shadow Lord, or do you? Grand
You can bring
Inquisitor,
him
maybe?
you can bring him in again. Like, I think that's one of the things that Vader has going for him is he's always that final element. Like the
Yeah.
good the not as bad guys can always only get so far, and then once you start causing enough damage to Imperial stuff, it's like Vader's gotta be involved. So if they wanna step away from, like, trying to go after the Empire, and it's like, "Hey, we're gonna go after, like, Hut Space, we're gonna go after these different clans, build up our defensive systems before we do this," like, that could be one thing. Um, but yeah, maybe it's the Grand Inquisitor, and it's like, "Hey, we're gonna send a couple of Inquisitors, and then we're gonna see, we'll see Crow and Marok again. So it's like we'll see a couple of
Yeah.
these guys come back, and like that'll probably be that lingering fight. I don't know. That's a great point.
So we know Devin wants to kill the Inquisitors and Vader. Obviously,
Yeah,
she wants Vader because he,
got
killed
you.
her master.
Yeah.
And then of course with Brander Lawson not dying, I mean we're kind of leaning towards that. Maybe he gets taken
Hmm.
in as an informant. Um, I think that would be sick. And maybe his wife, since she's like working with the Imperials, maybe she somehow breaks him out. That's like a whole other conversation we could have. Um, but somehow Brander's going to tell Devin that he saw Maul push Daki towards Vader when they could have gotten away. So that's going to be a whole other, plot detail, which is amazing. But Devin wants revenge, and she's going down that right path to where she can get revenge, and it's gonna feel good in that sense because that's just how the dark side nature works. But what I think is going to be really cool is if Devin gets her get back and kills Marok. And then we've always had that theory where, Maul's going to kill Marok and he's going to drag him to
Yeah.
Dathomir and they'll use him like as a resource and bring him back. This could be the time to do that. Maybe Maul and Marok get their, kind of like part 2, part 3, and then she kills him. And then that's where he, falls in line with Morgan Elsbeth, yada, yada. And that's how it goes. So,
Or
um,
severely wounded and finds Morgan Elsbeth and is like, "Oh, I can save you," and then just
yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
turns him into a
he
ghost.
necessarily doesn't need to. He doesn't need to die because I mean, Savage Opress never died. He was just beefed up, basically. Okay, here we go, Melissa. The series is talking about Maul finding Cody and making a deal with him. Cody has a small arm to save clones. Maul wants intel on the Empire, and they make a deal.
Yeah. Disney hit me up.
I like this a lot. I like this a lot. Maybe that, when Cody leaves in the Bad Batch, Bad Batch and Maul Shadowlord are the exact same time.
Yeah.
So Cody going AWOL and doing his own thing, maybe they wrote that in on purpose because Filoni's like, I'm going to be able to use Cody in a different way.
And
Fuck.
we see Rex and Wolf have that interaction, and we still need Wolf to leave the Empire for that Rebels, arc to
Yeah.
make sense. So it's like if he comes back and it's like he's facing down, like if it's Rex and Cody together with a group of saved clones, and Wolf with let's say he still has his group of clones and or TK troopers, but it's like Wolf's gonna leave with them, Like, can you imagine like everyone turning their guns on the TK troopers and being like, "You put it down," or like that one clone commando like looking around and having to drop his weapon kind of thing?
Shit. Dude, okay. This is all going to, the kids say peak these days. This is what we're talking about. This is peak. I need that. I need it.
Yeah,
Um, Vader will always be a thorn in Maul's plans. He'll always be there every time Maul makes too much of a splash anywhere. And Zan, you know exactly what Maul likes to do. He loves to make a splash when he can. So that's a good idea too. Good shout.
mhm.
Then Maul wants to acquire this list, and Cody wants it destroyed. And I think Cody's troops attack the outlet of the Empire. I like it. I like it. Dale, as a co-president and chief or CCO of Lucasfilm, Dave Filoni's core Star Wars strategy focuses on uniting distinct generations of fans, encouraging structural improvisation, and managing. Beautiful. Yes.
Improvisation.
Improvisation. Yes, there we go. Directors that keep their stories tonally authentic to George Lucas's original vision. I like it. That's what we want. And of course, with Dave Filoni at the helm, that's exactly what we want. So can't be mad at that. Always love to hear that. But I think that's everything that we wanted to cover this weekend.
Yeah,
Yeah, because we showed the four main slides. I will bring this up for good measures again. This is just beautiful. I'm gonna need that. Shout out Nevea Amadala on Instagram. She was like one of the first ones to completely craft this design, reuse it, make it, and put it on a sweatshirt. So, and I believe is it Ryan Gosling's like agent or marketing agent like reached out and was like, "This is awesome." Like, whoa, like that's tight. So
yeah.
yeah, go check her out on Instagram because she made a really good replica of this. So yeah, we're gonna need that there. What else we got? Yeah, right here too, guys. We do have our merch store up. Go check that out. Everything right up here at the top right. I will drop in the comments. We can run a little something here. If you use this code that I just sent in the chat, that's going to get you 10% off anything on the merch store. So go check that out. We'll also be 10% off the store. I don't want to say too much. So yeah, there you go. 10% off the store. We do need to figure out what we can do with the bomber jackets. It's going to be fall coming around the corner. Going to need to, get you some Clan Fett merch in there. So yeah, go ahead, use that. If you're watching a playback later, you'll still be able to get that code. It's going to be there no matter what. So go ahead and use that. But John, what else we got, man?
Nothing much, man. Per usual, it's a great Sunday, so we appreciate every single one of you guys for sticking with us. We had like 25, 26 people for like the peak of it, so that's incredible. Thank you again. Much love. And again, woke up today, so tell someone you love them. Appreciate it. And other than that, man, we will see you all next Sunday. Labor Day weekend, not next weekend, but the weekend after. We may have an adjustment to our are live. I'm telling Brandon's finding this out in live time. But I will be attending the opening for Lucas Museum. So Saturday the 5th
Shit.
is the first day for founders members, and I will be there. So we may have to adjust it because with that being all Saturday, I may not sure if I'm getting back early Sunday. But we'll keep you posted. But then I'll be sending stuff, and we'll have a whole thing on it for the channel.
Yes.
It's filming is hit and miss inside the museum. They have areas where you're not allowed to, so I have to send an email this week. But yeah, that'll we'll be posting that up this week, and we'll get to share that experience with y'all.
Beautiful. Love that. That's gonna be sick, bro. Got the FOMO, but hey, you can just FaceTime me while you're there if you're able to. I'm gonna be like, oh my god, I see George. Is George Lucas actually gonna have the mountain of shoes there of the Nike Monarchs?
Yeah, dude, right next to
I
the
need to
M1.
I need to know if this is real or not. But yeah, check the poll. I did. Yeah, it was what yeah, do you want Star Wars to get away from the Skywalker saga? Yes or no? We had 17 votes, 53% no and 47% yes. It's actually very
Wow,
close.
that's right.
So,
What we were talking about too. It's like want to get away, but we want more.
yeah. So, yeah, nice, beautiful. But hey guys, until next time, we will see everybody next Sunday. And then, of course, the following week, we will, of course, as always, once we have something come up, we'll find another date, see what works with everybody. We'll run it, and we'll still see you here, just like nothing was missed. So don't trip, Clan Fett. We're still here, guys. But yeah, real quick, shout out to everyone who joined in today. Probably one of the bigger shows that we've had. Lately, especially. I mean, a couple months ago we had one that was rocking up to 30. So I mean, hey, we appreciate every single person that joins in, and a lot of new faces today. That was really cool. So we
Hmm.
just want to say thank you to everyone who joined. Thank you for the new channel members. Thank you for the supers. We appreciate every single one of you guys. But yeah, with all that being said, guys, we will see you next week. Be sure to follow on Instagram, X, TikTok, all the places. That way you guys don't miss any content throughout the week. See what's new with us and all of the stuff to you. Got to get you a pair. Go to Dick's real quick, or
Dog,
Shields, or
I may
like you
have
got a
to with
cop.
some blue denim jeans and a tucked
Oh,
in button shirt, man.
oh my God. Beautiful. Might have to get me some too, man. But hey, with all that being said, guys, we'll see y'all next Sunday. May the force be with you guys. Have a good one.